day, STEM students. So today we're going to discuss the second topic in basic calculus. So let's start. So our topic is about limit laws. So let us discuss the limit laws. So the first law in our limit is the limit of a constant is itself. So remember the word itself or constant is itself. So when we say constant is itself, remember that the limit of k as x approaches c is always equal to k, where k is a constant. So remember that k is stands for constant. So for example, the limit of negative 3 as x approaches 0 is, what is the answer in this given? Yes, as you can see, we have here negative 3. So therefore, our answer is negative 3. So kung ano yung constant natin, our answer is yun din po. Okay? Kung ano yung value ng constant natin, yun din po yung sagot natin. Next, how about the limit of 1/2 as x approaches to negative 1? So, sabi ko nga sa inyo, kung ano yung ating constant, so this is our constant, so therefore, our answer is 1/2. So, for example, the limit of 5. So, the limit of 5 is equal to 5. Okay? Since 5 is a constant. So, we're talking about the constant. Kapag ang given ay constant, constant din po ang sagot. Okay? Next law. So the next law is the limit of the identity function. So remember the law number 2, which is the identity function. So yun lang yung tatandaan nyo. What is law number 2? That is identity function. Okay? So in identity function, remember that the limit of x as x approaches c is c. So in identity function class, ang titingnan nyo lang po lagi is yung value ng c natin. Basta ang given natin ay variable x, our answer is c. So, for example, we have the limit of x as x approaches 1/2. What is our c? Yes, that is 1/2 if the given is variable. Okay? Basta variable yung sagot, I mean yung given, ang sagot natin is yung value ng c. Okay po? Next, how about the limit of x as x approaches 0? Yes, variable x ulit siya, limit ng x ulit ang hinahanap. So, let us look at our c, which is 0. And that is our answer. Okay po? That is the identity function. Now, the first law is constant is itself. The second law is identity function. Okay po? Next law is the constant multiple theorem. Madali lang to. Sobrang haba lang ng definition niya, pero madali lang siyang intindihin. Okay? So, as you can see, class, to our definition of constant multiple theorem, yung limit ay in-apply lang natin sa loob ng f of x para makuha natin yung value niya. So, paano po yun, ma'am? So, let's have an example. So, for example, we have the limit of 4x as x approaches to negative 2. So, as you can see, class, we have here the constant. Diba? According to the definition, yung constant is mag-go siya dito kay unahan. Okay? So, therefore, this will become 4 limit of x as x approaches to negative 2. Okay po? So, after nating matranspose yung 4 dun sa unahan, we can now determine or apply the limit of x. Ano i-apply nating law? That is law number 2, which is the identity function. So, as you can see, limit of x. We already have the limit of x. So, we can now apply the law number 2. So, we have 4. What is limit of x? Yeah, that is negative 2. Remember the law number 2, which is the identity function. Okay? So, therefore, we have negative 8. So, therefore, ito yung sagot na natin. Okay? That is already our answer po. Okay? Okay, next naman. How about limit of x as x, limit of x square root of 2 as x approaches 1? Okay, class. All you have to do, class, syempre, assuming that square root of 2 is also a constant. So, therefore, dalhin lang natin siya sa unahan. So, this will become square root of 2, limit of x as x approaches 1. So, in this case, class, we can apply also the law number 2. Okay? Ma-apply din natin siya. So, therefore, this will become square root of 2. What is limit of x? Remember what is our c. So, our c is 1. So, therefore, we have the square root of 2. Ito na po yung sagot natin. So, kung hindi nyo mahanap si square root of 2, you can convert that into decimal numbers naman. Okay? Okay. Okay, next law is the addition theorem. So, um, law number 3 na dinidistribute naman yung limit. Okay? Dinidistribute natin yung limit kay f of x at saka kay g of x. So, remember, kay addition theorem, dalawa na sila dyan. The sum and difference. So, pwedeng subtraction, pwedeng addition. Okay? Same lang sila ng process, magkaiba lang sila ng operation. Okay po? So, let's have an example in this law. So, for example, we have the limit of 2x plus 1 as x approaches negative 1. So, therefore, we are going to distribute this limit dito, tsaka dito. So, therefore, we have limit of 2x as x approaches to negative 5. And then plus limit of 1 as x approaches to negative 5. So, class, as you can see, ilang law ang magagamit natin dyan. Makakagamit tayo dyan ng constant multiple theorem for the first term. And then sa second term, makakagamit tayo ng first law, which is the constant is itself. Okay? So, dito muna tayo focus kay first term. So, this will become 2 limit of x as x approaches to negative 5 plus, copy lang muna natin yung limit of 1 as x approaches to negative 5. Later na natin i-simplify. So now, we're going to simplify na. So we have 2. What is limit of x? Yeah, that is negative 5 plus 1. Okay? So let us multiply. 2 times negative 5. Yeah, that is negative 10. Negative times positive, so that is negative. So, plus 1. So, what is negative 10 plus 1? Yeah, that is negative 9. So, ayan na po yung final answer natin. Okay? Sobrang dali lang, class. Basta alam yung mga laws na gagamitin, mabilis siyang masagutan. Okay po? Okay, another example. So, again, as i-apply lang ulit natin to dito. Okay? So, we have the limit of x as x approaches 3 minus limit of 5 as x approaches 3 again. Siyempre, kung saan siya nag-approach, yun lang lagi yung gagamitin. So, let us simplify na. Wala na tayong ibang law na gagamitin dyan, kundi law number 2, which is the identity function since we have the limit of x. So, therefore, that is 3 minus or limit of 5, law number 1, which is the constant is itself. So, we have 5. So, 3 minus 5, yeah, that is negative 2. So, therefore, this is our final answer. Ganun lang po kabilis yon, class. Okay? Ganun lang. Didistribute lang po natin yung limit if that is addition or subtraction theorem. Okay po? Okay, next. Remember this substitution principle nga pala, class. So, you may have noticed it that getting the limit of a function can be done by substitution. This is manifested in the limit of the identity function. So, as you can see, class, do sa identity function, kung ano yung c natin, yun na din yung nagiging value ng x, di ba? So, kaya siya parang nagiging substitution. But in most cases, class, that the limit of f of x is equal to the value of f of c. However, class, that this is not true to all functions. So, mas may intindihan nyo yan, class, kapag nagbigay na tayo ng mga example na hindi applicable yung substitution. Okay? But, for now, dito muna tayo mag-focus. Okay? So, next law, we have the multiplication theorem. So, in multiplication theorem, this is same as in addition theorem. As you can see, class, yung limit ay in-apply lang natin kay f of x at saka kay g of x. Okay? Ina-apply lang natin lagi siya. So, same na same sila kay addition, pero the operation is multiplication. So, let's have an example. So, here's our example in law number 5. So, we have the limit of 2x times x minus 5 as x approaches to negative 3. So, sabi ko nga sa inyo, you need to distribute this one to our f of x and to our g of x. Okay? So, distribute lang natin siya kay 2x at saka dito kay g of x. So, therefore, this will become, that is, do not forget the parenthesis class para hindi kayo malito kapag sa multiplication theorem. Okay? So, this will become the limit of 2x as x approaches to negative 3. And then, for the g of x, so we have the limit of, we have x minus 5 as x approaches to negative 3. So, therefore, class, this will become, anong may apply natin to do sa first term natin? Of course, that is the constant multiple theorem or the law number 3. So, this will become 2 limit of x as x approaches to negative 3, right? And then, in our second term, of course, we need to distribute pa rin si limit dun kay x and kay 5. So, this will become the limit of x as x approaches to negative 3 minus the limit of 5 as x approaches to negative 3. Okay? And now, we can now simplify this one, right? So, therefore, this will become, what is 2? Siyempre, just copy lang 2 and the limit of x is, that is negative 3. How about the second term? Siyempre, we need to multiply this one. We need to apply the law number 2, which is the identity function. So, this will become negative 3 and then minus, limit of 5, that is 5. So, therefore, our answer, what is 2 times negative 3? That is negative 6. How about negative 3 minus 5? That is negative 8. So, therefore, our answer is positive 48. Why positive 48, class? Because negative times negative is positive. That's why our answer is positive 48. Okay? So, next example tayo. So, in this given, syempre, again, distribute this one here. And then, syempre, dito. This is our f of x. And this is our g of x. Okay po? So, let us apply na po. So, we have the limit of x minus 3 as x approaches to negative 3. Pwede nyo lagyan dito ng parenthesis class ha, para hindi kayo mahirapan. And then, bracket ulit, we have the limit of x minus 5 as x approaches to negative 3. So, let us simplify po this one. Siyempre, after mong i-distribute yan kay f of x at saka kay g of x, may another na naman tayo. So, we can apply po the addition property. Okay po? So, this will become the limit of x as x approaches to negative 3 minus limit of 3 as x approaches to negative 3. And then, for the other, we have the limit of x as x approaches to negative 3 minus limit of 5 as x approaches to negative 3. Okay? And then now, let us simplify po. Okay po? So, this will become, limit of x, that is negative 3. And then, limit of 3. Yes, that is 3. Okay, minus natin. Wait lang, erase lang natin to. Okay, so this will become minus, okay, that is minus 3. So, we have, limit of x, again, negative 3 po yan. And then, limit of 5, that is 5. So, simplify natin, negative 3 minus 3, that is negative 6 class, ha? Parehong negative, that's why negative yung sagot natin. And then, times negative 8. So, again, same lang yung sa first example natin na negative 6 and negative 8. So, therefore, our answer here is 48. So, that is our final answer. And that's all for today, class. Yung continuation nito is dun sa next video na po. I hope na naintindihan nyo po yung topic natin, which is the limit loss. Okay? Thank you so much and have a good day. Goodbye!